Late afternoon settles on Madrid with that honeyed stillness only golden hour knows. We begin at Metro Goya, where the sky glows with amber streaks, and the city pulses with its daily blend of elegance and speed. This isn't just a walk, it's a journey through layers of history, architecture, and rhythm. From noble streets to judicial halls, from windswept plazas to echoing cafes, this is Madrid, observed in motion, narrated in time. Did you know? This intersection was once a horse-drawn gateway to a gentler, aristocratic Madrid. Calle Alcalá is the oldest street in Madrid, dating back to when it led to the Royal Road to Aragon. Here, Calle Goya begins with grandeur, named after the painter who captured Spanish dignity in shadow and light. You might miss it, but above the shop fronts, neoclassical facades still whisper of old embassies and high society salons. Some forget this was a meeting point for military parades during Franco's early rule, a stage for power. Even now, the afternoon sun reflects on polished balconies, glowing like frames in a forgotten museum. As golden light pours across the crossroads, past and present meet in perfect, fleeting symmetry. As Antonio Machado wrote, Madrid is not just a city, it is a heart always learning how to beat. Calle Goya is always alive. Silk stores beside bookstores, elegance brushing against routine. Some forget that this was once Madrid's modernist dream, wide, gridded, and rational. Did you know? Goya's early tram lines once passed here, their echoes still faint beneath the asphalt. From 19th century tailors to today's global brands, commerce here has always dressed with distinction. You might notice how apartment blocks grow more Art Deco as you head west, a shift in architectural ambition. This was once a shopping heaven for Madrid's diplomatic class, refined, foreign, precise. Beneath it all, the metro hums like an underground river, guiding generations to and from their lives. Look up. Many rooftops hide private gardens, elegant secrets hovering above the city's pulse. Some buildings here still carry scars from the Civil War, shrapnel traces that resisted renovation. Yet every block feels polished, like a corridor of curated movement, graceful but never still. As Francisco Umbral said, Madrid is the only city where dying of love is still possible. Here the pace sharpens, suits pass swiftly, cafes thin out, and wealth speaks in subtle tones. Did you know Velazquez station opened in 1904? Quiet, hidden, almost private by design. This area was once farmland, absorbed by the city as it expanded like ink and water. Some forget this stretch was a favorite walk of aristocratic children in the early 1900s. The street above takes its name from the painter of kings, yet the luxury now is architectural. You might notice there are fewer signs, less noise. Prestige often walks softly here. Nearby facades use white stone and restrained balconies, an urban language of wealth without spectacle. Did you know? Underneath, this metro connects seamlessly to Serrano and Príncipe de Vergara, the city's golden triangle. At this hour, even the wind moves carefully, brushing against the silence rather than traffic. Some say this part of Goya is like Madrid's spine, discreet, essential, always holding things together. As Rafael Alberti once wrote, Madrid breathes deepest in its silences. The wind rises as you approach Plaza Colón. The leaves begin to turn, as if reacting to something ancient. Thunder murmurs far away, not loud yet, but promised. It feels like Madrid is holding its breath, waiting for the sky to speak. Did you know? Plaza Colón was once the site of Madrid's royal gardens, a place where nobles strolled before the plaza was carved from green. The massive flag that waves here is the largest in Spain. It measures 300 square meters and flies 24 hours a day. Underneath your feet lies an entire cultural space, the Fernán Gómez Theater, a hidden stage beneath the roar of passing traffic. The towering monument to Columbus was inaugurated in 1885. It took almost 20 years to plan, debate, and fund. Some forget this was once the edge of Madrid. Everything north of here was countryside and sky. During Franco's regime, Cologne was used as a backdrop for parades and national speeches. The wind still carries echoes of microphones and marching boots. The Twin Torre de Colón were once Madrid's most futuristic towers, built from top to bottom, an engineering marvel in 1976. At night, the plaza shifts. Light reflects off the wet pavement, statues glisten, and silence deepens. You might not notice the Jardines del Descubrimiento behind the monument, but they're designed as a journey to walk through history etched in stone. As the wind sharpens and umbrellas bloom across the square, it feels less like weather and more like a mood Madrid decided to wear. As Luis Cernuda once wrote, "Outside the storm begins, but inside I am already thunder." The Tribunal Supremo doesn't shout. It stands steady, like an old oath still being honored. Did you know Spain's Supreme Court has held session here since 1875? It was once a convent, long before it became a courtroom. Some forget this is the final step in Spain's justice system. Beyond this stone, only silence or history answers. The facade wears neoclassicism like armor, columns, eagles, and crests that say, "Here, words matter." Inside, red carpets cover marble floors. Decisions echo softly like a bell heard through water. Look up. The Spanish flag here waves, and it watches. Every window holds secrets. Every door could have been the start of a national chapter. As Camilo José Tella once wrote, "The law is like a knife. It depends who holds the handle." Step outside and the weight lifts slightly. A small park softens the mood with its geometry and calm. Did you know? This was once part of the Convento de las Salesas, before it was divided by urban growth. Benches line the path in clean order, as if law itself extended into nature. The trees here are pruned like paragraphs, symmetrical, clear, and deliberate. Damaso Alonso once wrote, "What peace lies between the stones when even the trees seem to know their place?" Calle Genova straightens its jacket and moves on. The silence breaks. The tempo returns. Did you know Genova was part of the 19th century city expansion plan known as the Ensanche? A vision of modernity in lines and grids. Look closely, the buildings now shift to modern glass and concrete. The language here is speed, service, and clean design. Some facades still wear their original ironwork. Ornamental echoes from a time when even balconies had a personality. Genova connects worlds, politics on one end, nightlife on the other. It's both a statement and a shortcut. You might pass restaurants that were law offices, or vice versa. Madrid recycles its walls with style. As Juan Benet once said, "In Madrid, no street ends. They merely continue the story in another name." You arrive in Alonso Martinez like stepping into a held note. The street noise slows. Everything feels suddenly circular. Did you know the plaza is named after Manuel Alonso Martinez, a 19th century jurist who helped shape Spain's civil code? Some forget that beneath your feet lies a major metro junction. 3 lines converge here. It's a hidden crossroads of the city. The architecture blends early 20th century elegance with quiet ambition. Not grand, but intentional, like a well-phrased sentence. Streetlights bloom like flowers at dusk. They cast gold over benches, taxis, and soft conversation. The plaza is a favorite for young professionals. Law firms, design studios, and bakeries share the same square meter. Look at the rhythm of the trees. They were planted to match the arch of the street. Order shaped by shadow. Did you know? In the early 1900s, this plaza was where taxi carriages waited for opera goers from Chambéry. The horses may be gone, but the elegance stayed. Now on warm nights, couples meet at the fountain, not because it's famous, but because it feels like a beginning. As Luis Rosales once said, Madrid has no sea, but every plaza feels like a port. Calle Sagasta curves gently, like a question mark in stone. It doesn't shout, it suggests. Did you know? This street traces the edge of Chamberí, one of Madrid's oldest and most lived-in districts. The name honors Praxiteles Mateo Sagasta, a 19th century liberal politician who served as prime minister multiple times. Some buildings here were designed by modernist pioneers in the 1910s. Look for stained glass, curved balconies, and floral ironwork. Calle Sagasta is known for its elegant height. The facades rise like theater curtains, ready to reveal life behind each window. The mix is real here. Lawyers, students, musicians. This street doesn't cater to one voice. It listens to them all. Did you know the original Sagasta tram line used to run from here straight to Plaza Mayor? It connected royalty and workers alike. Shops here still change quietly, season by season. One day a tailor, the next a tattoo artist. The city breathes through its storefronts. As twilight deepens, Sagasta glows from inside. Lamps flicker on, windows open. Someone plays jazz from a balcony 3 floors up. As Julio Llamazares once wrote, in Madrid, each street is a conversation. Some whisper, some confess, and some sing.
So like these big roundabouts are big focal points in that. And this one is called Bilbao.
Acá hubieras comprado.
The city hasn't stopped. It never does. But you have walked a line through its layers. From golden rooftops to storm-lit flags, streets change, buildings lean, light fades, but Madrid remains fluent in memory and movement. Every corner whispered something. Every stone remembered something. And here you are, not at the end, but exactly where the story continues. As Jose Hierro once said, I do not return to Madrid, I continue returning.